Welcome to another edition of the Sports Web. I'm your host, Peter Blake. Thank you very much for tuning in. So I'm going to give you 3 reasons why the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in 2015 are going to be a playoff team. And the number 1 reason is the drafting of Jameis Winston. In my opinion, Winston is a franchise-changing quarterback who can make all the throws. He has the it factor. He's been through adverse situations through his college career, which I believe will help him out in the NFL in the long run. Also, he has the luxury of throwing to Mike Evans, Vincent Jackson, Austin Seferian-Jenkins, and possibly having a healthy Doug Martin. And with that being said, there's a lot of people out there that don't believe a first-year quarterback can win and take his team to the playoffs. Well, look no further than Matt Ryan, Joe Flacco, Andrew Luck, Russell Wilson, and also RG3. It's a possibility, which is the biggest question coming into this offseason is the offensive line. And after giving up 52 sacks, it brings me to my next point. The Buccaneers have better coaching this year. They actually have an offensive coordinator because this organization went out and hired former Atlanta Falcon offensive coordinator Dirk Cutter, who's worked with similar personnel. In fact, less than stellar offensive lines, and he's still produced results with the Falcons. On the other side of the ball, Lovie Smith is calling the plays, and with this defense and a second year in this system, you've got to believe that they're progressively better. Also, the third point, the numbers aren't as bad as you think they are. In fact, the Buccaneers were a 2-14 team, but if you look inside the numbers, they lost 8 games by 3 points or less. Also, they play in one of the weakest divisions in the NFL, in the NFC South, and have one of the weakest schedules. And with that being said, the last 3 years, teams that have had the number 1 pick, the Indianapolis Colts, when they drafted Andrew Luck, became a playoff team. When the Kansas City Chiefs drafted Eric Fisher, they became a playoff team. When the Houston Texans drafted Jadeveon Clowney, they had marked improvement at 9-7. It's a possibility. The Buccaneers could definitely be a playoff team. And that's why I'm going to say the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to be a 10-6 playoff team, and they're going to win the NFC South. For another edition of the Sports Web, I'm Peter Blake, giving you something to think about. You know, guys, they say that I fit in too much. Well, it's time to stand out.